That bed? Is that what I think it is? That looks a lot like that thing from the other night.
That's proof.
That's floating. That's. Oh.
I think Colt's just gonna go ahead and pick up the rest of the shovel then. So he's gonna take it and go under that crevice and lift up carefully. Where could we take it? Matt, can we go to your place?
There was that abandoned bus in the recycling center. Do you think that I don't think that anybody touches that?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Tommy Vernon not gonna ask any questions. Colt's gonna touch it.
His hand touches it. His eyes roll back in his head, and he goes very rigid. Just you grabbed him around the waist, pulled onto him, and you both tumble backwards. As Mac, you kind of spin that shovel out of the way. The orb stays on it with you. It was maybe 10 seconds since Colt touched the top of that thing.
Just immediately okay. Oh god. And then he goes and turns him over and kind of starts looking like, are you okay? Are you okay in this?
Yeah, just I'm fine, but I think Alara's in trouble. And someone else.
Don't ever do that again.
Alara, are you okay?
Oh god, get that thing away from me. Get the thing away from me right now.
Chill.
Don't tell me to chill. That thing took my date.
I saw that.
Right?
What?
Wait, what?
Blue hair?
Yeah, that's Jennifer. Where did you get that?
It was in the ground at the stadium.
We dug it up.
As this exchange is going on, Colt's, he knows he just said sorry. He apologized sincerely about having touched the thing before. So now he's gonna grab hold of Ogis's wrist and touch the thing again.
Arise, minions, and welcome to UnMadeGaming. And I forgot to take off that picture of Gnome.
Perfect.
There we go.
Leave it. Look how
He's
cute
back.
I look.
He wasn't supposed to be here, and now he is. Surprise.
I'm so damn cute. I don't know what you're talking about.
Adorable. What an adorable boy. We're back. We're here. We're doing stuff. If you guys like what we do here and you want to support the channel, the best way to do that is Patreon. Link for that down below. While you're down there, click on that link to the Discord. Join us in the Discord. Be a part of the community. Be a part of the conversation. And as always, in the bottom right-hand corner, you will see the corruption bar. That bar serves two purposes. One is when that bar fills, I get to do the hell I want to these wonderful players. So far, it's been terrible. And two, every single dollar that goes into that bar goes back to these wonderful faces that you see here before you. And with that, since we've already done a recap, let's just jump right into it. Let me just put on my best Philip DeFranco, and let's just jump right in. So last we left off, it probably is. Last we left off, you guys were in the salvage yard, one Tommy Vernon's salvage yard. We just had a traumatic moment for Ojas. However, he tried to play it off as much of a cool guy as he possibly could. We had an equally weird and traumatic moment for Colt, who may or may not be a cyborg. We don't know. And then Ojas tried to assail the one half of an alien ball. And that's basically where we left off right there. Yes, the metal donut. That's basically where we left off there. So the four of you remain in the salvage yard, the exact same place you were before, with a slightly dinged up hockey stick because it had no effect on the orb. Ooh, that's a corruption bar. So, what are you guys doing?
Oh, I just wanted to establish that O just didn't go at it just once. He just started whacking the shit out of it until, I mean, I don't know if the hockey stick just broke or not.
So you were going at it, and then Alara leapt on your back and yelled at you to stop because that thing stole her girlfriend, and doesn't know how to get back anymore. And then I believe Colt told you to stop doing that because you only have one and it's evidence and you need to figure out what to do with it. So in the process of figuring out what to do with it. What are you guys doing? You just saw Ojas' outburst.
I'm cool. I'm cool.
Are you?
Yeah, I'm fine. Yeah. I'm gonna stand over there, and I'll just kind of just, goes into a corner and kind of just sits down instead, actually, and just kind of like hold his twirls his hockey stick, like just dazed a little.
Okay. Alara, Mac, Colt, what are you guys doing?
Where's the half ball again?
It's hovering about 6 inches off the ground, right near where Ojas was. So it's probably like 2 feet away from you since you just left off his back.
All right, cool. I think Alara's just staring at it, still trying to process everything that just happened, and is just like, I don't know, probably staring at it as if it'll somehow give her some sort of answer,
Sure.
or she'll be able to like figure something out by looking at it. But it's mostly just like, I don't know what else to do right now. I'm still processing what that was versus like what I had happened at this point less than half an hour ago.
Sure.
So yeah,
Roll
processing.
me comprehend.
Ooh, maybe this will work. I probably shouldn't speak so soon. Let me see.
Roll 20 can be unforgiving.
Comprehend. Yeah, I played in a campaign where I rolled nothing but nat 20s the entire time, and since then I have not counted on it to give me anything. Yep,
Perfect.
I think it's a 0 successes. Oh no, that wasn't mine. That's weird. Oh wait, I forgot to actually hit roll. Oh,
2 successes. There you go. See? Okay, so as a reminder, Colt, you also have a +1 forward from the last time you rolled comprehend. So the extra successes usually do something in this system. An extra success on comprehend means whatever the information I'm about to give you, you get a +1 on a future roll that uses that information. As you look at this, something's off. You can't quite place what it is, but there's like it's as if the half orb is somehow diminished. There's no like scratches, there's no dents, but it's like there's less of a sheen to it. It's like it's powered off. Is the only thing you can think about. Like it's like it looks exactly like a normal car, but like a car looks slightly different when it's on than when it's off, right? Like the little heat waves come off. There's something slightly different about this orb that looks like it's possibly not functioning or functioning differently than before.
I would like to poke it.
Yeah.
See if it is off. So
Absolutely.
Yeah, poke it. Just one tiny little piece of skin. Just
Sure. So I will say, Mac and Colt, you see Alara about to poke this. Do you intervene in any way?
Max says, you probably shouldn't do that. It's going to do the same thing that just happened.
I don't think so. I think it's off. Or we killed it. Can it die?
And as your finger makes contact, nothing happens.
Yep. I like look over at everybody to show them that I am fine. I'm like holding my finger there and I'm like, yeah, it's dead. It's not doing anything anymore. It's not doing anything anymore. It's not doing anything anymore.
Good.
Oh, okay. Hyperventilating.
Oh, just I think you broke it.
I mean, kind of was what I was intending. That looks like it's trash now. Into the trash it goes. And then just gets like,
oh, no. Alara grabs it because it can't hurt me anymore. Grabs it and just, no. This was my only ticket to get my girlfriend. Well, hopefully girlfriend. And you broke it or it died. Either way, this is the only piece of it that we have to, I don't know, take apart, autopsy. Is this thing alive? I don't know. I don't care, but I'm going to figure it out.
Well, you said that if it was alive, now it's dead. So.
You told us that there were a lot more of these running around rampant.
Yeah, but they're gone now. Or do you see just a bunch of them flying around our heads?
How do you... Can you guarantee what you saw was actually your girlfriend? Because that thing messes with you, man.
I mean, we were supposed to have a date. Her bike is here. She touched a ball. She disappeared. And then she like thinks back to like the way that Jennifer like talked to her and is like, yeah, no, that's that was embarrassing. That was definitely her. Yeah, it was her. No, I'm sure it was her. And she's like, well, if it's dead, then like, I don't know, maybe we could take it apart. Maybe we can, I don't know, just keep it and fiddle with it and figure it out. If it's dead, there's no reason to throw it away.
It's dangerous. Okay.
It's dead.
It sucked us in and wouldn't let us go until all of you had to pull us out. What happens? You suddenly randomly trigger some weird function in there. I don't know, laser beams, antimatter gun. I don't know. You don't know how this works. You don't know how any.
You're talking like I wasn't pulled into this thing earlier too. I know, but like we have nothing else to go off of until we like, I don't know, do something crazy and like break into the lab or something. Not a suggestion.
Well, how about we try to find another one?
Yeah, maybe, I don't know, maybe I don't know, maybe it'll turn back on if it feels a friend. I don't know, but it can't hurt to keep it while we look around. But we should maybe not be doing this out in the open like this. Feel like maybe the people who made these or found them or unleashed them, I don't know, might notice that the bunch that they dumped are no longer here. I don't know, maybe ET phoned home. I don't know what happened, but like they went somewhere and I don't know where, and maybe we shouldn't stand here much longer.
And as you say that, since we have a corruption bar, you all hear the telltale sound of tires on a dirt road headed in your direction.
Hide.
Okay.
Time to run. Do we have time to run?
Are you asking
allowed
me?
to be here. We don't have to hide or run.
Right. Cool.
Hide that.
I'm gonna shove this in back pocket. Thank
Is it something
vintage
that can
jeans.
fit?
Wait, how big is it? How
It's
big
the
is
size
it?
of a dinner
First-
plate.
What is it? Oh no!
It's
I am wearing Janko jeans.
I was gonna say, Jinkos are not here yet.
Back
Absolutely
pocket.
not. Never
Too
mind.
soon.
It's not a compact.
For some reason, because you said donut once, in my head that overrode everything, and I was like, yes, this donut size
Yes.
ball.
Oh,
It's like a football
Damn it.
size ball.
damn it, KP. Yeah, it's like a basketball cut in half.
Yeah, no, absolutely retcon that. It's not going anywhere near my pants.
this is the time when Mac, you probably didn't notice it before, but she pulls a backpack off of her back and opens it.
Great.
It's
I
just
shove it in
full
there.
of random junk.
Perfect. It won't even register.
She zips it back up and puts it back on her
All
back.
right, everybody look
Well, there we go.
natural. Why are we here? In case somebody, I don't know, ask why are we here?
Well, Colt and I come here all the time.
Perfect. We're just helping you with whatever.
Yeah, I usually just build stuff here with
I came
the name
here
I
to
can't
lift
remember.
heavy things.
Awesome.
Great.
I love that lie. I hope it works out for you. You guys see coming up the main road between through the chain link fence. You see Tommy Vernon's salvage truck, one of the typical like tow truck, but with like the ball end to pull things with the chain. But behind him, you see a black with tinted windows Chrysler LeBaron. As Tommy pulls in and drives towards the front office, you see a Chrysler LeBaron, an identical Chrysler LeBaron, a white panel van, followed by another Chrysler LeBaron and another Chrysler LeBaron. KP, Ojas, you notice immediately, perhaps, I don't know, because you know, bad times for you. The white panel van says New England Positronics on the side of it. They all sort of, like, Tommy pulls in, the first two vans peel off, the white panel van kind of pulls in behind Tommy's truck, and the other two kind of peel off. And in a matter of, like, 30 seconds, 8 men in suits all step out of the passenger side and driver side of these vehicles, all wearing, like, matching black suits. And the first of which follows Tommy into the main office. They're a little bit away from you, so they haven't seemed to notice you as of yet, but go ahead.
Is anybody observing me at all?
No one's really paying attention to you right this second. They're all kind of getting out. You see that the...
No, I mean, like, more, like, I was more, like...
Oh, of the kids.
Of the kids.
Go ahead.
I am not looking at you specifically. I'm looking at the people in coats or get up.
Because if no one's paying attention, then never mind.
Okay.
Mac is trying to look natural. So she's looking anywhere but there. So she might notice.
If you were looking at, you will see, just like literally freeze and then start shaking for a second. But then like catch himself. And then he just tried to be nonchalant about it. And then like he's just like randomly grabbing heavy things to lift around and like pretending to take it from one place to another in the warehouse. And that's it. That's all he's doing. He's just like random shit, like that looks heavy, and then it kind of like lifts it up and pretends like as though that he's trying to do work to avoid. But like every time like he's trying to like observe specifically the car. The Positronics car.
No one is getting out of that vehicle. That is the only vehicle that no one has gotten out of. The remaining 7 besuited men all seem to be slowly fanning out from their vehicles. And as one, the closest one, who still hasn't noticed you at the second, kind of puts a hand to his ear and says, yes, understood. Mislabeled? Okay. And he like looks to one of the guys and kind of points, looks to one of the other guys and kind of points, and you have the notion they are searching for something.
Oh, shit.
I think we need to hide.
Yeah, come this way. You know what? I saw an intact vehicle last time I was here.
Oh, wait, our bikes. Jen's bike and my bike. They're at the container. They're at the container that had all the alien discs. I don't know. I ran like a lot and like.
Okay, well they have bikes, so.
Mike, did I run like? Because we didn't actually establish like how long or how far.
You didn't run. You didn't run far enough that it's going to be inconvenient. However, you are under the gun, as it were. Yeah. So if you would like to make it to your bike and move it before someone sees you, I will need a move roll from you.
I will try to assist.
Okay.
Oh, cool. Okay, yeah.
I will take a move roll from anyone who's trying to. I'll take a move or a sneak from anyone who's trying to get their vehicles out under the eyes of these people.
So since Ojos and Colt had bikes with them, but I did not, I'm going to try to get Jennifer's bike for her.
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay.
I don't know why we're trying to get the bikes. This salvage yard.
Oh,
just throw them in the pile.
No. First of all, my bike, I care a lot about. Okay, it's kind of my only means of transportation right now.
You know what?
Tips is over into like a pile of junk.
Yeah, it just tosses his up there as well.
Yeah, no.
Since we are in the salvage yard and we have a little bit to go, I'm not the best on my feet. I'm going to actually use my skateboard to help get me there a bit faster.
Smart.
Okay.
I had one success.
So you want to use your skateboard? Yes, you can get to your bikes. Aris, I will have you roll. Just roll 2d6 for me, because your bike, your iconic item. Unfortunately, neither one of those were 6s. So your iconic item did not help you with this roll. I assume that's what you're trying to do, is use your iconic item. Okay. So you take off running towards that. That being said, Alara, you do quickly move towards that. You have an option. You can get your bike, or you can get Jennifer's bike.
Well, I'm going to grab mine because if they find out Jennifer was near here, it's not that big of a problem because Jennifer is in a different universe. I, however, would like to stay off their radar, so I grab my bike.
Okay, great. Are you wheeling it with you, or are you like throwing it in a pile like everyone else?
No, I'm wheeling it with me.
The face you made.
No.
These idiots. Why would they do that?
Mac,
She would never.
You had mentioned finding a place. Where are you leading everyone?
I am leading them to a broken down VW bus that I know looked big enough from when I was passing by that we could definitely all fit in there.
Perfect. Cool. Yeah, so you lead the way. Alara with bike in hand, Colt and Ojas are following behind. And you lead the way to this VW bus, which is kind of like near a heap of trash, but like just off the beaten path where you could see out of the windshield toward the front of the salvage yard. So yeah, you guys get to this VW bus. It is relatively safe, and no one spots you. What are you guys doing there?
Well, we could probably open up the side and get the bike in there if you don't want anybody seeing your bike.
Smart. Yeah.
Yeah,
Totally.
that should actually, we should all be able to fit in there.
Where the bikes are?
I mean,
Well, I don't think there's anything in the bus, but I'll go ahead and just like open the back door to the bus.
Sure. I think, did the VWs have the side door?
the
did.
63
They had the
has
two-
the back door.
Backs,
Depends
yeah.
on which one it is.
I think it's the typical like the
Mr.
side
Machine.
doors. Yeah. So you get the side doors like open, and because this is your hideout and will be eventually a mechanic, everyone here, please go around and describe one thing that already exists in the back of this dumpster van. Since Mac, you were the first one to find it, what is one thing that already exists in the back of this?
There's a standard tool set. It's missing some pieces, but it's mostly complete.
Okay. KP, Ojas.
Can I go last? Because I'm still trying to think on what.
Fine. Colt, what about you?
You can't put me on the spot like that, man.
Are you also on the spot? What's happening right now?
I wasn't paying attention.
You're the worst. Alara, please save us. What else is in the back of this VW dumpster bus?
When you
Black
open the
Brothers.
when you open the doors, there's a layer of like wood beaded curtains
Love that.
over where the doors are.
I love that. I love that Max said useful and you went aesthetic.
That can be useful. It's hard to see through those things.
That is perfect. 10 out of 10.
I also used to be obsessed with like restoring VW buses, so this is
Right.
where I shine.
What did Matt
Beaded
say?
curtain. It's a good touch.
Um,
I approve.
Thank you.
Max
Thanks
said
for giving us
a
a big
mostly
use.
functional toolkit. Try this again. Ojas, what about you this time?
My
You're
first thought was fuzzy dice on the the rear view mirror.
Okay.
I'm gonna-
And there
I'm
are
gonna stick with
a set of sweet fuzzy dice. Colt,
Because
and what is
I
the...
I feel like this is like something from the
Yo,
70s.
we need to amp this up. We need something that's useful. It's a converted camper, and there's a bunch of like tech in this. There's like a little
that's the thing.
tiny TV, right? That's in there. They have like some speakers like up on the top or whatever.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's got one of those, like, the tops that, like, go 45
Yeah,
degrees
like it
kind of
pops
thing.
up. Yeah, it
Yeah.
gives you a little more standing room, so like Ojas isn't having too much of a trouble in there.
Guys, I gave you carte blanche, and you said fuzzy dice and beaded curtains.
Those are
But
important
we also
elements.
have tools and electronics.
I love-
really,
man.
it's
Win-win.
an even balance.
Win-win.
This is
I
a
love
great
you guys
man.
so much.
This is a
Fresh Prince of
gem.
Bel Air, all right?
Look,
Like-
you gave us a van and we got tools, electronics, and aesthetics. We can tune it up from here.
This
is
doesn't
my
even need repair.
dream. Like-
It's literally fine. It's
Yeah,
literally fine.
it's super
done.
functional. Like the owner, like just
Left it there because they
Left
wanted
it.
to move on.
Perfect.
Yeah.
The keys are underneath the
Choices,
seat.
Mike. God damn.
Perfect. The keys are under the seat, but all the tires are flat. Okay,
we're in a
so
junkyard. We could just
yeah.
fix them.
so you open the side door. You see right in the front of the side door are sweet beaded curtains, and as you kind of part those, you see that there is the pop-up top there in the ceiling, and over one of the wheel wells there is a toolbox and a pair of sweet hot pink fuzzy dice that are only a little worn. And you are able to get into what I can only imagine is this plush shag carpeting on the floor.
Oh yeah.
As you get into the dumpster bus. You guys pile in, throw Alara's bike in there. Are you closing the doors behind you? Is this like a hiding spot situation?
I would imagine until they.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was going for.
Yeah.
Perfect. Okay, yeah, you guys pile in to the dumpster bus, which is, I'm going to coin that phrase, until you guys come up with a cooler name for it. You pile in.
Dumpster bus sounds great.
Right?
Yeah, DB.
Yeah. No, dump truck.
DB.
Yeah,
Okay.
it wasn't an-
I like it. I like dump truck too. Cool. So you guys pile in. The beaded curtains kind of trill behind you as they swing from the door being closed. What are you doing in here? Are you just waiting for these random people to leave, or planning an attack?
Watching, peeping through the windows.
Yeah, if it's possible, just like cracking open the window a little bit, just so we can maybe hear them if possible. But
I want to check the electronics under the dash, which is accessible from the inside because all you have to do is get to the driver's seat and turn yourself upside down.
In fact, you can actually see there's buckles on the side, like in that like weird console spot between the driver and the passenger. You can unbuckle the whole thing and remove the entire panel. What are you looking for?
Just the state of it, like if any are afraid, if they had any like quick fixes where somebody was like, oh, let me just put electric tape on this and it'll probably hold, or like just want to see the state of it.
Yeah. Roll me. Roll me Tinker.
Ooh. This is not so subtly inspired by what I had to do last week when my electronic, like when the panel under the dash stopped working completely and it looked like I was jacking my own car.
Love that.
But nobody cared because my car looks like shit. So they were like, yeah, good for you. Steal it.
Okay.
One success.
Okay. You know that from looking at this, you can tell that whatever.
Real quick.
Yeah.
Sorry, mechanics question. Was I supposed to add extra dice because I have a 2 in the I can't remember anymore. Because I have
No,
a 2.
if you use the information from what you learned about the orb thing, you get a +1 on that roll to use that information. This does not involve the orb, so but no. In the future, if you're using the orb, you could probably do that. You peel this panel apart and you look and see. What you can tell right away is that the camper edition seems like a home install. This was not professionally done. There's like still alligator clips hanging in here. You can see that like some of the wiring is just duct taped or electrical taped. There's no actual like the wing nuts that are on there. It looks like a home job. Everything looks like it should function if it has power. Getting it power would be its own thing. But everything does look functional, at least from here. You're not sure the rest of the wiring that goes through the truck, but here where everything sort of connects into the terminals does look like it's done at least properly.
Cool.
And Ojas, you said you were trying to listen at the window?
yes, sir.
Roll me and investigate.
Uh-oh.
I'm doing the same.
Yeah, investigate.
Investigate? I don't have that, but hopefully you will still be lenient, roll 20. Will you? Are you? Yay, you are! How kind of you, thank you.
You guys are on fire tonight.
Yay!
Okay.
Don't-
I'm trying to jinx it. So you both kind of like crank down the window and lean your ear towards it. And you can hear, it is a good 20, 30 feet away at this point. So whatever they're saying is kind of getting caught on the wind and brought towards you. It looks like immediately what you both understand is that these, at least everyone here except for Tommy, works for the Loop. This is some sort of group from the Loop, including the Loop group, including the truck for New England Positronics, which Ojas, you have probably been dead-eyeing, and there is still no one has gotten in or out of that vehicle.
Can I is it tinted or something? Can I see?
It is not tinted. You see that there is a woman in the truck. She is, at least what you can see from like the shoulders up, it looks like a typical like mechanic jumpsuit on there. And her hair is pulled into a very tight bun. And that's it. That's all you can see. She's just sort of sitting there. Not
one person.
Just one person in the driver's seat. They are looking for something. You can hear, Mac, you would know, it's absolutely Tommy's voice. You hear Tommy's voice sounding very frustrated. It seems as though someone at the Loop or the person that walked in with him is blaming him for something, and he is talking about how there is, it's not his fault that something was mislabeled that was brought here. They're looking for a container unit, is what they keep calling it.
Do you hear any description of what that container unit is supposed to look like?
Yes, you do. So I'll say this: you know what a container unit would look like. It's like a shit. How do I describe it? Like the things on the container ships that come in, like those connexes, the metal rectangular cube thing. It's those. They say they're looking for one of those. It contained highly confidential material.
Did we happen to notice anything like that as we were perusing the area or on our way here?
You did not.
We did not. Okay.
And you also see Tommy with a stack of paper that he's flipping and trying to find. It looks like you would assume it would be some kind of manifest, Mac.
Do you remember because I can't hear any of this, I've got my head in wiring, but like, do you remember if last session I remembered to tell everybody that it was a container full of these things that had happened, or I can't remember if I told them or not.
I think
we have picked up your bikes right next to it.
Oh yeah, that's right. You guys would have just seen it. Okay.
Yeah.
So what you picked up the bikes next to was a dumpster. Like one of the ones you get brought to your house if you're moving, like one of those open air dumpsters.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
You get brought those to your house when you move?
You've never seen that before? That's you can
order
order a dumpster. If you're like throwing out things.
You can order a dumpster. This is an amazing country.
Giant ones, those industrial size.
Boy, that's cool. That's a wholly unfamiliar concept to me.
Yeah, you can get like a 10 foot dumpster.
You're joking.
Americans have a lot of trash.
Dead serious.
We tend to throw things out rather than repurposing them.
I came here from a state where you had 6 different containers for 6 different types of trash, and if you did not do it correctly, it was a €500 fine. So
yeah,
cool.
I wish that
keep your European shits over there, please. We're
so yeah,
we're lucky if we have a recycling in where you live here.
That is true. It's hard.
Yeah, we have temporary dumpster rentals. So yeah, it was like a rusted, like brownish, it probably was once blue at one point, by a 10 foot, by like, I think it's like 6 foot, dumpster.
Okay. So not a container. No worries. I was just checking.
So yeah, Mac and Ojas, that's what you hear. Colt, what are you doing in there?
Well, come on, Colt. You said that there's some tools and there's all this cool stuff in here. Is there anything like binoculars?
Sure.
Great. Colt's gonna put on those binoculars and like crawl up by the top and do a little one of these look-sees.
Okay. So where the camper sort of goes to that 45-degree angle, there's like a window on one side that you can slide open, but you're up there looking for it. Roll me an investigation. And are you looking for anything particular, or are you just looking at the whole scene?
I'm kind of just looking to assess the whole scene.
Okay.
And make sure that nobody's like coming out a little too close to there. current hiding spot?
Sure.
Cool. How about a 1?
1 success works for me. Wow, you guys really are crushing it. So you look out of the this little porthole with your binoculars on. You see that there is the suited man standing next to Tommy. They appear to be going over some kind of manifest situation. The other 7 people have spread out, and they are like moving things in the junkyard, right? Like you see one of them like pick up one of your bikes and sort of throw it to the side. They're like moving things off piles. You see a couple of them walk towards the dumpster, and they're like looking in the dumpster, looking around the dumpster. You see a couple move back behind the building. And then you see, Jess, you would see it as well. You see, Colt, because you have the binoculars, you see the woman in the van roll down a window and then lean over and wave her hand. And you see one of the other guys comes towards her. Some kind of exchange happens, and he walks to the back of the Positronics van and opens both handles on this thing. Swings the doors wide. And you can see there's like lights and like flashing bits and bobs in the back of this truck. The guy gets in, typical like the suspension works. He comes out with some kind of like probably like 3 foot by 2 foot by 2.5 foot deep box, like a military grade crate, and he hefts that down on the ground. You see him unclasp several of the clasps on the side, lifts it up, and you can see that there is a styrofoam lined bottom and top to this thing that fits perfectly around some kind of device. You see him wave another guy over, and together they slowly, carefully slide this thing out of there. And then they pull on it and it extends. And this looks like a piece of glass, like a frame with 2 handles on the side. And you see that the 2 of them are holding this thing. It is now probably like 3-4 feet long. And they're holding it on each end and they're moving it around the junkyard, looking through it. On your side, looking at the backside, you can see that it's see-through, but you can, it's very like, it's like looking through frosted glass for you. You're not sure what they can see.
Guys?
That doesn't look good.
No, they got some fancy tech. I'm gonna go out on a limb and say that maybe it's like some sort of X-ray thing.
I think it's using it to, I don't know, detect some sort of radiation coming off of that. Is that thing radiated? We don't even know that.
I don't know if it's radiated.
It could be toxic.
Well, you said it wasn't. Pops up, sorry, from the console, and it's just like, I'm sorry, what?
You said it was off or something, right?
Yeah, it looked off. I touched it. I feel fine. I don't feel dizzy. My hands are the right color. I still have fingerprints.
Well, then hopefully.
How many fingers am I holding?
2. I don't need glasses.
It just gave you cataracts. Touching like
oh no! Ages you by.
This would be where in D&D they'd be like, roll for damage.
Mike.
Yeah, buddy.
I know how investigation works, and I get to ask me some questions.
You do. Yeah, you can ask some questions. Go ahead. What do you got?
Yeah. All right, buddy. Since Colt, do I have a what? A 4? Oh, forward. No. Well, yes, but not for this. Do I recognize any of these people? Seeing as Colt spends a lot of time hanging out and having lunch with the lady who's at the gate.
I will say
like with the ladies. I'm like, all right, ladies, man.
You know, Colt is macking on them loop ladies. I will. I will
he
say
likes them older women.
Yikes!
Simmer down, you prepubescent child.
Yikes! I will say this.
Middle
let me
school.
see here.
10.
Girls have cooties, all right.
The
grade.
The woman in the semaphore vehicle is not Aggie Schuster. You know that for a fact. Everyone else is a man.
Okay. Well, is it anybody like recognizable though? Like, has he seen these people come into work? Would he recall their face or their name or what sector that they work in?
You would not.
Okay.
Do any of
that
them?
was a very specific Colt would not.
Mm-hmm.
Just saying, if you didn't pick up what Mike just dropped down.
Mm-hmm. So I was going to ask, yeah, same thing actually before Mike did the weird hint there. But does Otis recognize any of them from the dream he had, or not the dream, the weird vision, whatever thing, with it involving his father and him meeting the random strangers?
The person that is talking to Tommy Vernon looks like the guy in the suit that was in your whatever dream.
Oh, that's gonna freak him out.
And Mac, what about a question from you?
I was going to say, do I get a question too? Because I had a success. So my question is, does it look like anybody is trying to escape notice or blend in, or perhaps like, oh, we left a guy, but the guy happens to be wearing street clothes and he's just going to hang out here for a few more hours after we officially leave.
As far as you can tell, unless Tommy Vernon is a plant, no. If you recall from running, and if you look very closely, you can't really see anyone else in the LeBarons, and there are no other vehicles. And as far as you can tell, unless there's somebody inside the actual van, like in the back of the van, the only person in that van is the woman with her window down. So there are no other people around, as far as you can tell. As you guys begin to suss out the crowd there, you notice, those of you that are looking, and Alara, if you're looking as well, you notice the two men that are holding each side of whatever this viewing screen is are moving, and they are moving around slowly, and they stop when they get in the direction of the dumpster. And then they begin moving towards it. You see one of them shout something to the guy by Tommy Vernon. He says, "I think we have something over here." And the guy completely ignores Tommy. And that guy comes around and is looking at the viewing portal while the other two are holding it. The three of them are moving towards the dumpster. You see them look around the dumpster. You see another guy come around and pick up Jennifer's bike. And he begins wheeling the bike towards the back of the van. They are holding this.
Kill me.
Yeah. They are holding this screen thing up over the dumpster, and one of the other guys gets inside the dumpster, and you can see that he pulls out this small case out of his pocket. All of you can see this, and he begins to scrape things into bags from inside the dumpster.
Gross.
Having been in the dumpster, Alara looks down at herself and just oh boy.
What?
Well, and she points to them taking samples. She's like, I was in that.
You
Ew.
Well, look, I was trying to get Jennifer, and I kind of fell.
I heard of dumpster diving, but you're not supposed to actually get in the dumpster most of the time.
What part of I fell does everybody not understand? Do
Also,
I
you
look
can't find the good
like I have
stuff if you
impeccable
don't find it.
balance? Okay, I was trying to save a life.
Oh well, look at you. All right, Super Trooper.
God, you're so 15.
KP is playing his best life right now. I get to be the sassy cool kid? Fuck yes.
Yeah, Alara is just annoyed. She's just in her head, she's don't bring up the fact that he cried. Don't bring up the fact that he cried. Don't be mean. Don't be mean. Don't be mean. Okay, cry baby.
Oh man, I love.
Yes.
I'm sorry. What?
Anyway, she's hung out with popular kids for too long. It was inevitably going to rub off a little bit. Anyway, she is looking intently out the window to try to see if she can understand anything.
Yeah, you notice that as this starts to happen, all of the rest of the 8 suited men are making their way towards that. It seems to be this is whatever that screen is has detected something of importance here.
In the dumpster, right?
In and around the dumpster.
Right,
and
okay.
you see they're not one person's in it, the rest of them are around it, and one person has taken Jennifer's dirt bike and is putting it in the back of the van, like inside the back of the van.
Oh boy.
I don't think it rubbed off.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. She's gonna come back and kill me.
It could be
Can
that
someone cause
whatever.
a distraction?
I mean, with what?
I have an idea.
Shoot.
Colt unpacks his race car. His RC car, right?
Okay.
And he quietly opens the van door, slips out, sets down the car. Who's got the disc?
And like Alara points at Mac, his backpack.
And he kind of holds out both hands.
Okay.
This is what they're looking for, right?
We didn't want to give it back to them.
If we give it to them,
they
we
can't.
can't.
They can't catch these. Do you know how fast this car goes?
I think it's only once or twice or 10 times.
Faster than a man on foot.
I mean, it's a good shot.
I really hope you
kidnapped.
I really hope that you can, like, how do you?
I know my way around this place. It'll be fine.
So who's gonna get the bike from the guy who hopefully drops it to chase this car?
I mean,
Colt looks at Otis.
Well, you're the most athletic of us, I guess.
I couldn't even run fast enough to snag it the first time.
Usually, like, just like look completely like against all this until he realizes that he's the only one, and then he's just like, "You'll need to freaking exercise."
Peer pressure.
Just like when I was in high school. Hey,
too real. It's too real.
Experience.
Okay.
So what's the plan exactly? You're gonna just drop this thing, bump into them, make them go freaking Tom and Jerry on this?
Yeah, it's worked before.
It has?
Well, yeah. Sometimes the cops come in here and patrol, and like we could talk about it later.
Cool. I'm down. She has nothing. She has to do nothing in this plan. Of course, she's down.
Otis is like, fine.
Please,
fine.
Otis. I know it'll work.
I said, fine, we'll do it. But, and he kind of, you just see like for a second he's hesitant, and then he gets into like this sports mode essentially.
Like
I'm gonna go anime here, right? We're gonna have like Eye Shield 21 sort of a vision.
No, whatever you said was ruined by like a croc. So, he flips the switch into sports mode, locks that croc into position. Okay, Jesus. Oh man.
You're welcome, Mike.
Okay, all right. All right. This is what it's like. This is like when I play games. Bullshit. Okay, cool.
Bullshit. Suck it.
I need you to roll.
Who is this?
This is gonna be a roll for both of you.
Okay.
I know you're gonna try to argue against this, Colt, but I'm gonna need you. I'll hear your argument. I'm gonna need you to roll a charm with your iconic item.
Okay. That's still not Oh no, that's the worst that could possibly be. Why is it? Oh, well, now I understand why. Okay, all right. So let me hit this charm.
It's not your ability to pilot this thing, because you can. It's your ability to cause enough mayhem to make things.
Yeah, no, Mike, I get it.
You're trying to.
How about one success?
One success is what you need. Okay, so Ojas, I need you. My gut tells me. Okay, I'm going to give you an option. You can roll. You can roll sneak to get in and out as quietly as possible, and you won't be seen, or you can roll move to get in there as quick as possible, but you could be seen.
Oh, it's gonna be a move. That is not even a question.
Okay.
Cold. I mean, just ain't gonna be some sort of a. Yeah, no.
Okay.
We're gonna hit that move.
Alrighty then. So roll me a move and let's see what happens. You can push and take a condition. You can not spend any luck because you don't have any, or you can you can't use your pride either. That doesn't make any sense here. You can push and take a condition.
Can I whack someone with it and use that as an advantage?
That would be a very different situation. And
if
yes,
they try to catch me.
That would be assault and less of a run and gun, like a run and grab. You can do that. That's fine.
Dear God.
But it is assault.
This is supposed to be a stealth mission.
He doesn't have stealth. He's not a stealthy guy.
Would you like to push
yourself?
What would happen if I?
You push and you will take a condition.
I mean, I don't think I have the option to change now, do I?
It depends. What are you looking for?
No, I didn't know if I could go back and be like, can I just roll for stealth?
Oh no. Yeah. I could understand moving force if you're trying to smash a guy, but that's, like I said, that's a different plan entirely. But no,
I think what's going to happen. Well, he's going to try to first run for it, right? So I will go with the condition. Maybe like he as he was like jumping out, he didn't warm up right that day.
Okay.
And you just see him like pull a a thigh muscle or something. You just
I think, though I like your description, I think you see Colt boom pop this thing out of the vehicle and start like meow, it starts to go, and you're like, okay, I got the plan. Boom, I'm in sports mode. Flip my Crocs up, and you start to run, and then you just read
sunglasses down.
Yeah, you read New England Positronics, and then that cool mode goes to red. So you're gonna check upset as your condition. So click on upset on your character sheet and click on that re-roll button after you do so right in the chat window. On the left-hand side, right below your attributes, right above your skills.
Yeah, there it is. Yeah.
So check that and then check re-roll right in the roll window.
Okay, so come on, baby. Don't screw me. Yeah! There it is.
2 successes. Hot diggity dog. Okay, cool. So Colt, up first. Describe to me what you're doing with this RC car.
I mean, they're looking for one thing, or many of the one things. We know that there are so many of them. So Colt is kind of like sneaking his way up to maybe like there's like a crane kind of operated machine, like on top of like one of the piles that it can like move the big stuff in the other spots. He's sneaking his way up there, but keeping the RC car down on the ground, right? So once he finally makes his way up there, he starts zooming that vehicle right on over to the dude, and kind of like does a little spinny loop around him, and then just starts taking off. And if the guy ain't interested, he's gonna come back and keep doing it. But he's gonna like weave in and out of like all these little spaces that most folk can't really get into.
Now, are you going after any one guy in particular?
The goal, the plan was we're trying to get the bike back.
Mm-hmm. So all of these guys
to be identified, right?
Okay, so all these guys are around. Only one of them has the bike. So you're trying to distract the one on the bike.
Yeah, because we want him to let go, and then that's the main push right now.
You have one success. So I actually, you know what? Gnome, roll me a D8 just for funsies. 3. Okay. So you zoom this bike around. You zoom around the bike rather, and you guys all hear, "I think I have something!" And then a loud clatter as the bike is very unceremoniously tossed to the ground, and someone pursues, like that guy you were circling, pursues your RC, and you see 3 other guys peel off, leaving 4 around the dumpster. Ojas, you rolled 2 successes on a move. Describe to me how you dodge, dip, duck, dive, and weave your way through the remaining 4 guys to get that bike, and what your plan is once you have it.
I essentially, you just see this big 15-year-old jump out. I don't think they see where he come from because they're too focused on looking at wherever the rest of their team is going off to. You just see him like beeline. Obviously, at one point, like he kind of loses that focus a little bit because he looks at the car and kind of just focuses and tries to like really memorize the features of the lady that was in the car. Is she still there?
She is still sitting in the car, yeah.
Okay, yeah. So he's just kind of like trying to memorize. I think that's where kind of he lost focus initially, is like really, and then license plate number. I think he tried to look for that license plate number of that car and try to memorize it. So you make your license plate up now.
So 1 success is getting the bike. A 2nd success, I'll give you either a description of the woman or the license plate.
Oh.
Because you have to run all the way over there. You grab the bike, you can see 1 or the 2 of them.
License plate. I think that's the more important one for him, is figuring out what that license plate number is.
Okay. KXZ143 is the license plate.
Did you say Disney license plate?
No, is the name of the license plate. KXZ143 is the name of that license plate.
Okay, cool. Thank you. Yeah.
And,
so he's
and where are
like,
you? Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, he just like memorized that as best as he can, and then kind of you just see him snap back and then refocus, runs up, and just since they're not focusing, just grab the bike, and then where would he go from there? I don't want to. He definitely doesn't want to run back to the van. So, oh boy. I mean, he's very obvious. So you just hear him yell, "Suck it, nerds!" and then just book it off into the warehouse, like around a corner somewhere.
I will say, KP, this is a dirt bike, and you know it was driven. You know it was driven here.
I thought it was just a regular bicycle.
No, she's cool. Bike. It's a motorized dirt bike.
Yeah. Okay. So you know it was driven here.
Okay. Yeah.
She's gonna kill you.
I'm gonna get on that dirt bike. It does the keys and everything are in there still.
Of course. Yeah.
It's on. Yeah, I get on. I turn that baby on. You just see like the tires like tear behind, and I don't know if this needs a roll, but he's going to make that the dirt go on their suits.
Love it.
Like you just see him like intentionally like roll the wheel a little so it kind of gets into their eyes, or like they have to cover themselves.
Yeah.
They don't see him. That was mainly like they don't see his facial features at all.
Yeah.
Really, as best as they can, and then kind of just peels off.
I love that. Okay, yeah, no roll necessary for that. You can start this bike. Not that hard to do. You jam on the throttle and a bunch of dirt kicks up. You get at least 2 guys sort of covered in that. A few rocks, ting, 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 pelt the side of the van as you peel off out of the main gate and down the dirt road. You can hear shouting behind you. Mac, Colt, and Alara, you guys can hear the shouting. It's kind of indistinct. There's a lot of, "Who the fuck was that? Get in the car, like that kind of thing." You see 2 of the guys jump in one of the cars, reverse, and peel after Ojas, who has a decent head start and is on a dirt bike. But we'll cut back for you for now. Colt, you are still zooming away with this, so we'll jump back to the van where we see Alara and Mac. You just saw this display happen. What are the 2 of you doing?
I mean, apart from face palming
Mm-hmm.
and the little anime sweat drop on my forehead.
Max kind of stunned. Just like, should we go help?
I don't even know how.
Are any of the people still remaining?
So 4 of them went to go chase Colt's thing, and 2 of them jumped in a vehicle to chase you. So there are still 2 people left and Tommy Vernon.
Okay.
Maybe we should just like watch and see what they do. Cause
let's keep an eye on the dumpster people.
Yeah, we could really help just escape. I didn't know he knew how to ride a dirt bike.
Jennifer's gonna kill me so hard, so many times. She's gonna bring me back to life just to kill me.
What's there to know? You just jump on and you just hold on.
I have
to
like
your
a
life.
feeling in my gut. There's no way she can't tell when her bike's been touched, used, or moved. I just have that in my gut that this is something she knows. She'll be able to tell with a fucking glance at it. But anyway, she's
like that
well
scene.
mentioned. We're safe for right now.
It's like that scene from Step Brothers where he's like measuring the distance between the cymbal and the drum when he's like, "You touched my drum set? I know you touched it."
That's gonna be it. We should probably keep an eye on
honestly,
them.
I feel like if we get her back from another dimension, that the state of her bike is probably the least of her worries right now.
She thinks back to like how Jennifer still had it in her to tease Alara even when they were stuck in another dimension, and she goes, unlikely, but it's okay. We'll cross that bridge when we get to it. Until then, do you think we should try to sneak a little closer to hear what they're saying?
Well, to be honest, I'm not entirely sure I actually have to sneak. People just kind of look past me.
If you want, you can try that. I attract a bit too much attention. I can stay here and rescue you if you need it. Try to, anyway. Maybe don't rely on that.
Mac looks you up and down and says, "Yeah, you don't really look like you belong here."
These aren't my sneakers. I love her so much.
Okay. This won't happen every time, but for invoking that super sad superpower that you have there, Mac, you don't even have to roll. I just feel bad. Jesus Christ. So some people just don't notice me. Yikes.
Mac's just gonna kind of walk around, look like she's looking for something too.
The saddest superpower in the world. Yeah, I just kind of wander around aimlessly and no one knows.
All those bank heists? No one knew.
What are you looking for specifically when you're wandering around? Are you just trying to like overhear something? What's your goal with this wander?
Gonna see if I can overhear any information that might help us either figure out what's going on with Ojas, figure out maybe what these could be or where we could find them. Any information at all, really. Mac's gonna bring back to Alara and hopefully Colt, and they can put their heads together on it, because Mac's not completely confident that she can interpret the information, but she'll gather it.
Absolutely. So no roll necessary. You evoke your superpower, you head down towards the dumpster here, and you can hear, so first of all, you see that there is a guy at the entrance of the dumpster where it's like a half wall, and he has the screen sort of propped up there. And there is still one guy inside scraping the thing. And you can see that the one who's holding the screen has one hand on it and one hand on an earpiece. And he's talking as though this is some kind of two-way communication. And he says, "Yes, sir, I believe we found the site of the anomaly. There is no crate. I'm not sure exactly where the crate went. I'm not sure how the shipping manifest indicated to come here, but there is no crate. It appears as though the devices were in a dumpster. Yeah, yes. No, I understand. They're not in the dumpster currently. There is residue and evidence that there was someone that was here that was tampering with this. I'm not sure if they made off with this, but they left one of their vehicles. So we're currently trying to track that down. Hopefully get a license plate off that, and we can find the registration for that. No. I understand. I understand, sir. It's fine. We'll clean up this mess. And then he puts his hand down, and you hear him say, "Okay, wrap up in there. Any samples you can get, and then we got to get the heck out of here." That's what you hear. You also hear, as you're kind of listening here, the sound of people on the other side of Tommy Vernon's shop. Their voices start to get closer, like perhaps they have given up on chasing down a RC car that is faster than a man.
I will go back to the bus and report that to Alara. Well, at least Colt should be okay, and he knows his way around the yard, so he'll be back soon, I'm sure.
Oh, boy.
Colt, what are you doing?
Well, Colt's up on top, and he's kind of got a nice bird's eye view of everything. What does he see? I mean, if he's doing his best to make sure that at least four
Yeah.
of those folk ain't coming to
Yeah.
get Otis.
You keep those 4 occupied for a good 10 or so minutes before they realize that whatever. So 2 of them are still chasing it, then 2 of them sort of stop, and they begin to like look around to see. It's an RC car. It has to be controlled by somebody, and the distance isn't that good. So there's 2 people actively pursuing you, and then you eventually see the 2 sort of yell at the 2 that are still chasing it, and they give up pursuit, and they collectively begin to head back towards the dumpster. You see Otis do his whole thing and take off with this bike, and a 3-point turn later, one of the LeBarons is also sort of taking off after it. You know that the dirt bike is going to be faster than the car, especially on this dirt road, and Otis can go off-road with it. Although you've never seen Otis ride a dirt bike before, so whatever confidence you have in that is up to your discretion. But you haven't seen him being dragged back towards the salvage yard yet.
Okay. Well, at least Otis is able to get away now, so Colt's gonna go ahead and like just punch it to like full speed and get his RC car out of there, and kind of do a little like zippity doo dah, and really going under and taking tight turns until it just like loses the people, and eventually he's gonna want to bring it back to the van.
Okay. We'll say you get back there around the same time, like a minute or so after Mac comes back from her excursion. So
did y'all see Otis? See how cool he looked on that bike?
Does he know how to ride a dirt bike?
Oh, man, my brother, he can do anything.
I mean, obviously, if you say so, he's obviously doing it. I hope he doesn't crash it.
Alara staying quiet because she was taught to not say anything if you don't have anything nice to say.
I get it.
Oh,
Go ahead.
it looks like they can somehow scan for residue of those things. And they found it on that dumpster, and they found evidence that someone was tampering with it, and they tried to take the bike. But you already knew that part.
Well, I mean, at least now they won't be able to figure out that the fist is missing.
Oh God, I have to tell her parents something. Oh God, I don't even know her parents. Oh my God.
So she's probably gonna get in big trouble. Maybe we need to find her first.
Are you sure you don't remember seeing where any of those other disc things went off to?
Do I remember?
As far as you remember, they just sort of scattered in all directions.
Right.
They didn't all go in one direction.
So this is Inuyasha. Okay, cool.
Dragon Balls.
Just
No
well, they
ending.
kind of went everywhere. They just kind of scattered. Do you think they could sense the residue on me?
Well, if
I
they
don't
could
see
get it on,
anything.
if they were using some sort of machine, if they could get it off of a dumpster, which is
Ew.
really dirty, they could definitely get it off you. You're much cleaner.
But I think of it
Thanks.
maybe by volume. Maybe you're okay because there's just not enough of it. There was a whole bunch of them in that dumpster, you said.
Yeah, but I landed on them.
Oh,
So yeah, okay. Extensive showering to commence ASAP. But yeah, we need to, I don't know how soon we're gonna be able to find Jen. So I have to think of something to tell her parents if they ask. I don't know, maybe they won't ask. I don't know. I don't know her parents that well.
do
I haven't
whatever
met
a
them
kid
yet.
does. Just tell the parents that she's sleeping at your place.
Alara can think of like 50 reasons why that's not going to work. One being that her mom is their teacher and knows all of the parents. Two being,
Oh, Colt doesn't go to that school. You
no,
don't
I know. No. So Alara's just like, let me think on that. I'll think about it.
Do you think they'll call you asking?
I don't know. I have no idea. I'm kind of thinking maybe my mom will hear something because she's the science teacher and she kind of hears everything that happens with the parents. And then if she doesn't, my aunt will, because my aunt hears everything that happens to everyone in this entire city.
Well, does your mom know that you were supposed to meet her?
So I maybe only told my aunt that I had a date today so that my mom would not interrogate me or try to meet Jen. So, because I love her, right? I love her. Cool. Not exactly a word in my family's vocabulary.
I don't know. I mean, this feels awful, but you could just not say anything.
Let's
Because
go with
no
that.
one actually knows that you were supposed to be with her. So
Oh, except my aunt. My aunt knows, and
Well-
God, she cannot keep her mouth shut to save her life. But I'll figure her out if I have to. Maybe I can lie to her. I don't know. I don't think so. I'll just stay quiet and maybe just not go home until I really have to, and then maybe just pretend that I am very tired, and that'll buy us another day to figure out how to get her back. Either way, those guys are from the loop. They
Well-
were obviously those things weren't supposed to be here, which totally makes sense because I mean, it was really weird that they would dump this here. So I guess from what you guys said, I guess it was an accident. It was somebody made a mistake and they were trying to go and get them back. So the people from the loop are looking for these things. We need to look for those things. Maybe we should figure out a way to follow them or figure out where they're looking, or maybe snag something that they have that'll help us find the things also. I don't know. I have no leads. This is all we got.
Matt kind of looks down and looks very sheepish and says, well, if you need a reason to not go home, you can tell your mom you're spending the night at my house.
Super. Sounds great. Perfect.
She blushes scarlet, like, oh my gosh, this is the first time anybody's ever accepted an invite.
Adorable.
Is this the first time someone's accepted or the first time you've asked? Because those are two very different, one less sad than the other thing.
It's always the more sad one with Mac.
Oh, God.
Speaking of never going home, Otis, what's up? What are you doing, buddy?
You tell me.
You stole a dirt bike. What are you doing? Where you going?
I think that he kind of just is going to take him on a wild goose chase the best he can. and kind of lose them. I feel like he would know the area a little bit enough that he can maybe like, especially considering he's on a dirt bike, he can go off-roading a little bit. Essentially kind of take shortcuts that normally you wouldn't be able to take on a car, or even on, and if they tried on a foot, they'd just be too slow to. And like cut across grass fields and stuff until he lost them.
Okay.
And kind of just make, would he know kind of more of a back way back to the dump yard? Because he's kind of come back for his brother.
You know the hole in the fence that Max showed you. The dirt bike won't fit through it, but you know, like if you could like put the dirt bike on its side or against a tree, you can cut through the hole. That's all you know. You don't spend a lot of time here, not like Colt and Mac.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. So yeah. So he'll try to like sneak out of there, and then before he gets close enough that like you could hear the dirt bike sounds from the dump yard, he'll get close enough that he can do that and turn off the dirt bike, and essentially lays it against not a tree, someplace where he could hide it, like behind a bunch of bushes or something that is inconspicuous. Okay. And kind of tries to sneak back into the dumpster or into the dump yard.
Okay. Before we do that, let's talk about this wild goose chase. Go ahead and roll me a tinker.
Tinker?
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Tinker.
Okay.
Tinker is the drive a vehicle stat.
Okay, well, I mean, not too bad. At least have something there, so. Oh.
Ooh, that is not a success. Okay, cool. So you end up chasing these. Oh, sorry. I have to give you the opportunity. Would you like to push and take a condition?
Oof.
For those of you unfamiliar, a condition is a minus on the number of dice you roll, and they stack.
Boy, I think it makes sense. He's not too familiar with riding on a dirt bike. He does his best. I think he kind of, because he knows how to ride a bike. He also kind of knows how to balance. I think that kind of helps. He also has an understanding of just vehicles in general. And I feel like maybe like because he's with other cool kids, you know, even though his family might not have one, other cool kids might have one. I know my brother was a lot cooler than I, and he got a chance to do a lot of fun things in high school that I never got because I was not cool. So okay. I'm gonna bank on that experience.
Okay. So you lead them on a wild goose chase. It is way cooler in your head than it is in real life. As you like pop off the road to try to like go through the woods to like get, you know, lose them that way, you're getting like pegged with some branches and stuff. You get like some of those speed wobbles where you got to kind of course correct this thing.
In his mind, like action movie songs.
Oh yeah. Like you're hitting a bump that's like 2 inches off the ground, and you're like kicking it to the side. It didn't act. It moved slightly. It looks super cool. There's like an explosion behind you. There's not. As you take this thing through the woods, and you slam back on both of the handbrakes and skid this thing to a halt, which is not how you bring a bike to a stop. And you misjudge the distance. This thing kind of careens a little bit, and the front tire dinks into a tree. No damage, but it definitely didn't look cool to anyone who might have seen it. But you're able to hop off and walk towards where you know the hole in the fence to be. It appears as though you have lost your tail for now.
Okay. Yeah. Cool. Yeah. So I will do my best to hide it, the dirt bike in like some of the bushes and stuff. Kind of cover it up so it's not seen. And then he will sneak his way back into the dump yard.
Okay. So from the hole in the fence, the dumpster and the front office are between you and the dumpster bus. So you can sneak around the office to the dumpster bus, or wait and see. You know, what do you want to do?
I think he will sneak in and kind of just first assess the situation. Can he see from where, like, any of the places where the rest of the suits are? Yeah,
so you kind of get back. You see there are 3 cars. Whatever car was following you is still on the road. So mission success there. There are 6 men in suits. You see that 2 of them are still at the dumpster. One has the screen, and you can see the top of like the gray hair of the other one, who is inside the dumpster doing something. There is the same man is back talking to Tommy. And he kind of leans in, and you can see that he's whispering something, and then he puts an arm around Tommy and begins leading him towards the back of the positronics truck. The remaining number of guys, 4, 3 guys, are just kind of milling about.
I sneak my way towards the positronic truck.
Okay. You sneak your way towards there. I would like you to roll me a sneak.
Okay. I mean, I'm not like walking right up to it. I'm just getting like using any cover I can, just like get a little bit closer. I'm not a sneaky guy. Okay. Come on, baby.
You can roll me a sneak. 1 success. So you use whatever comes around, bush, tree, pile of junk, and you see that the man leads Tommy around to the back of the positronics truck. How close do you get? You did succeed.
I would think at least enough to hear their conversation and get a better idea or get more detailed view of the truck. Is that lady still in the truck?
She is. Yep.
Okay.
From where you can see, the window is back up, and the back doors are still open. You see him leading him around here. This looks like what you would imagine those FBI vans to look like, right? In like Columbo or whatever, right? Whatever detective show you're watching. It looks like one of those like FBI style vans, right? There's a bunch of like tech and like computer things lining the walls of this thing. And there is like not like a stool, but like a box sitting in the center of it.
Okay.
Excuse me. And the man leads Tommy over there, and you can hear him saying, okay, yeah, no, just hop in the back, and what I'm going to have you do is just sit on that, and we'll just ask you a few more questions. And Tommy looks a little concerned, but he does so. He climbs in the back, he sits on it, and he is facing out of the truck. So he's facing like you and the man. And you see like the side profile of the woman in the front through that like gap that leads to like the front of the vehicle, and she reaches back and slides a little like door closed that cuts off the cabin from the back, and you see the man like put a hand to his ear like an earpiece, and he says, "Oh, excuse me, just 1 second, sir," and he closes the doors, and as soon as both of the latches close, you see a bunch of flickering lights, like as if like, you know, someone's turning the light on and off in this thing, like coming out of the one back window down there, as it's like like flickering on and off. The man who said 1 second please doesn't do anything at all. He waits, and you see him like look down at his watch a couple times, and then he opens the door and lets it like opens it fully. Sir, right this way. And Tommy gets out, and he leads Tommy back to the interior of the salvage yard.
What the hell did they do? Is their back facing to me?
Yep, both of their backs are facing you. They're headed away into
like,
the
are they far enough away that they would not notice me approaching the van? Can I judge that?
You can judge that those two are. So all the men in suits are too concerned with whatever they're doing to notice you. What you can't tell is if the woman in front can see you or will notice you approaching the back of the truck.
I mean, did she open that slide back up again?
She did not.
Okay. I make my way towards that truck.
Okay. You make your way towards the back of the truck. The doors are still wide open. You see a lot of like blue and red lights sort of blinking on and off on the left and right side of this thing. This definitely looks like control terminals. However, there are no screens on here. And the box that was on the ground is sort of welded in. And there is like a, how do I put this? There's an ass shape. So it's meant to be a seat. Right, like on a chair, like that has that indentation kind of thing.
Yeah.
So this isn't just like a box on the box.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Okay. Is there? I don't have like a camera or anything. Are there any books or anything just kind of lying around in there kind of gives a bit of an idea, or details, anything that I can observe in that van kind of gives me more of an idea of what they're doing here or what they're trying to do here.
Ooh, roll me. It's gonna be comprehend. Roll me comprehend.
Comprehend. Okay. I can do that. Come on.
You can push. Take a condition.
I already have one condition. I don't think I feel like you just see him look around and he's just like, damn it, Colt, I wish you were here. Because he knows that Colt would have been able to at least understand some of this stuff. Just kind of looks around, looks back in. Are there any wires connecting things?
Oh, there's plenty of them. There are, like the old school like phone switchboards.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of like those like audio cables. I mean, you assume they're audio. They look like that, right? There's a couple of thof There's some cables that run like around the door and up to the ceiling. There's like a weird like looks like an upside down colander on the ceiling. Kind of like almost like what a ceiling light would be, except there's no light in there. There are more cables that run towards like the door that the woman closed, seemingly possibly going into the front of the vehicle.
Okay. And do I notice? And then at this point, like some of them are approaching them, right? Like they're coming back. You said like some of the
So two of them are gone in the vehicle. One of them is leading Tommy into the place. And that leaves 5 people that are milling about around the dumpster. The 2 of them are still in the dumpster, the one that's like scratching things and the one that has the screen. So there's like 3 people that like don't have a job right now, that are just sort of like hanging around by their car.
Oh, by the car? Like not away from the car?
By the LeBarons.
Are any of the cars unattended?
The 2 on the left side of the van are unattended. Oh, sorry, the one on the left side of the van is unattended. The 2 on the right side towards the dumpster still have people next to them.
Is the car on?
It is not.
Does it look like there's keys in the car?
Are you going over to the car to look?
But it's on the left side, and that's the driver's side. Wait, is the driver's side? She sitting in the driver's side or on the passenger side?
She's sitting in the driver's side.
Okay. Fuck my distraction plan.
I can't give you everything for free.
No, I know. I pull all the cables.
Okay.
In the van.
Okay. I will ask this question: are you going for a specific response, or are you just causing generic mayhem?
I think. Basically, I think I want to. I want to, because it seems like clearly that this device is dangerous and they're using it against people. I don't know for what exactly. I mean, I, as in Otis, doesn't know for exactly what, because Men in Black has not come out yet. So Mind Wipe isn't a thing that he can think of just yet. But I think he just wants this device disabled as best as he can, and so that would be the distraction. Like pull everything and then run back, so that way, like, essentially, like, the device sounds like it's turning off or something's wrong with it, and people would come back to investigate.
Okay. So you're gonna yank some cables. Now, just so I know, are you running around the building, or are you running through the guards, or through the guys in suits?
Oh, no. Obviously, he doesn't want them chasing him. He wants them to investigate the van, and basically, like what I'm assuming some of that is probably connected to the device outside that they're using to scan. So essentially, he's trying to like disable that so that they would lose interest in like the RC car or whatever it is, and essentially everybody's like, something like major is going on here.
Okay.
You know.
Cool. Yeah, so I'm not gonna have you roll for that. You just start ripping down cables. Lights start blinking. There are sounds. There's like beep beep, like noises and stuff start going off as you just like pull cables down. And as soon as you pull enough cables and enough noises happen, a couple of sparks shoot out of things. You book it around the side of the van, around the side of the vehicle, around the building, and ultimately back towards the DB. There is shouting going on over there. It's indistinct. What the fuck's happening? You know, that kind of thing. Something's going wrong. Something's going wrong. We need assistance. That kind of thing. As you're running back, you see that the fourth vehicle begins to pull back towards the junkyard, and you book it around, and you hit DB.
Before I hit DB, did they leave the device near the dumpster?
No, the one guy carrying it ran over with it.
Okay.
So yeah, you run around, Colt, Alara, Mac, you see O just running for dear life around the side of the building. A bunch of people are running towards the van, yelling indistinctly. And he makes it back sweating, towards the VW bug. Oh, bus, rather.
We gotta go. We gotta go. They're gonna keep searching. They're not gonna stop, I don't think. I hope I did something enough damage that they either have to leave, but probably not the best thing to find out and just sit around here where we're just sitting ducks. You're on mute, Matt.
They haven't actually come near us, really. They seem to be just looking for the balls.
But they were looking for the RC, and if they, most RCs need a controller, and if there's an RC, the controller has to be nearby, and whoever's controlling the controller is probably near enough.
Okay, hey, breathe. Okay. Does it look like we could, even if we could turn it on, that we could get this bus like out of here? No.
No,
Cool.
So it doesn't. First of all, you don't know if it has power. Second of all, there are no keys in it. And third of all, there are all of the tires are broken. Jesus, all the tires are flat.
No, they're broken. It's fine.
Yeah,
how cars do.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I brought my bike, and we have Jen's bike, and you have your skateboard.
Well, you kind of have Jen's bike.
Death.
She doesn't know that.
No, she doesn't.
Well, you would have to get your own bikes too. We almost might as well just sit here and wait until they leave.
As long as we sit under the windows, maybe.
I mean, if you think that's going to work.
They haven't made any attempt to come over here.
Okay.
I think Alara, they would have been swarming this place if they are able to detect you.
Yeah, I think so too. Whatever residue I might have is for sure not detectable. At least maybe while I'm in this van. Maybe they couldn't pick me up through and she like knocks on it and is like, through the tin. I don't know.
Okay, well.
I think we should just lay low and just kind of wait.
So they don't catch us escaping.
Well,
okay.
All right. I need a break. Do you have water? Need some water.
Yeah, I don't think you want to drink anything we find in this bus.
And just see, just like, is there like one of those like plush couches in the back? Like not couches, but like seats. Those.
There's a beanbag chair.
Oh yeah, he just sinks into that.
Yeah.
I found the mint in the glove box while we were waiting.
Oh, do not take that. Absolutely do not. Don't take that.
It's got a smiley face on it. It's so weird.
Yeah, don't take that. That's not a mint. She's been to enough cool people parties to know what that is.
Yeah, that's not. Don't take that.
Okay, new bus rule. Anything you find, do not eat it or drink it, throw it away.
Probably not smell it either.
Yeah,
that's a bus rule. That's like a general rule. Hey, if you find something, don't put it in your mouth. Don't.
Yeah, but you can't tell kids that as an overarching rule. It has to have specific parameters, or they will ignore it.
Okay, fair. You got me. Especially Colt. What are the four of you doing in the van as you lay low? Are you literally just like sort of hiding out? What's your what's the situation here?
I'm going to continue trying to just observe them from like one of the cracks in the curtains, see if I can see anything.
Okay. Ojas, Alara, Colt.
I think Ojas is beat. He's just trying to catch his breath in here.
Cool. Colt, Alara, what are you guys doing as you lay low?
I am laying on my back, just like staring up at the undoubtedly psychedelic tapestry that's probably across the entire top of the van. Literally just waiting and staring at it and trying not to think too hard about when the last time was that the carpet my hair is on has been shampooed.
You know the answer, and it's never. You just don't want to admit that to yourself.
Yeah.
The more and more we describe this van, the more and more I'm glad we don't have a black light.
It's a van in a dumpster. It's a van in a dump, KP.
Shag vans that like those guys have.
It is. I even said there's shag carpeting.
There was also probably some shagging done in the van, so
that's exactly what I meant. That was what I was trying to allude to.
Oh yeah, no, this is definitely a shag van.
Look, we picked a VW bus that is in a junkyard.
And it's the 80s, so it's already seen some things. There's probably a bumper sticker on the back that says that the van is a rock and don't come a knocking.
It actually says, ass, grass, or gas, no one rides for free.
The fact that has still been said to me within the last 3 years of existence in this like fucking year of our Lord Beyonce 2021 is
there is as you lay there are two tapestries, one on either side of like the staircase that sort of goes into the pop tent. One is a Grateful Dead tapestry. I don't think your parents were dead. Your dad and your aunt were deadheads. But it is a Grateful Dead tapestry that has a bus, not unlike yours, but like a school bus, riding on a rainbow, and the rainbow sort of wraps around a castle. And then the other one is a bare-chested barbarian wizard, full beard, full white hair, riding on a unicorn that's shooting lasers. Is the other one. So that's what's in the roof of this place. And lastly, Colt, what are you doing in the lay low portion of the van, or the bus rather?
I mean, I think Colt's taking a look at all the little electronics that are in here. Is anything kind of viable? He's trying to be as quiet as possible. Let all the older kids kind of worry about stuff. He's way more interested in the electronics.
Okay.
He's probably going to try to tinker with some of them if he can.
Okay. So while your head is buried in electronics, Alara's head is buried in shag carpeting, Ojas's head is buried in his feels, and Mac is ever watchful, staring out of the front of this bus. Mac, you see one of the suited men climb inside Tommy Vernon's scrap truck and bring it around the side of the building. He walks back around. You see, like I said, the fourth LeBaron pulls up. You see four separate men walk to the trunk section of the car, lift up the trunk, and they all come out with like, it looks like a gun. But it looks like, not like, like a machine gun. This isn't Rambo. It looks kind of like a grease gun, or like a caulking gun kind of thing, but like 3 times the size. They all walk to points, and you see like one person sort of like conducting them. They all stop at their point. They all bury the needle of this caulking gun into the ground, and you see them fire it, and you hear the doosh noise. And you see like a plume of smoke, like a little poof of smoke where each of them did that. And as they put the guns back in the trunk, you see that where they just shot something into the ground, there's like an antenna, probably like 8 inches out of the ground. And you see it like blinking red. And they have this like, in a square. You see them all pile into the LeBarons, and the woman in the positronics truck walks out of because she gets out of the truck. It's like making noises, alarms going off. She like looks around the area. She is wearing a jumpsuit. It looks like a mechanic's jumpsuit, complete with like the little like white and red name tape kind of thing on there. She looks around, sees something, walks over, bends down, picks it up, and you see that she has 90% of a shovel. She pops one of the trunks, throws that in the trunk, and you see all the LeBarons. She climbs in the backseat of one of the LeBarons, and all the LeBarons move out of this place, leaving the van in the center. And then the lights blink, 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 and they start to blink, 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 blink more rapidly. And then a white flash, like hide under your desk. The Russians are coming. White flash, and as you're like. Eyes clear from this like flashbang, all 4 of these antennas are gone, as is the dumpster, as is anything around the dumpster, to include the van. Everything looks completely clean, like you vacuumed the ground in that exact 4 corners. There's a perfect square of just not there anymore.
Kind of probably in the flash of light, y'all hear Mac cry out, oh gosh.
Okay.
That was bright. And it's, well, we don't have to worry about the van anymore. It's definitely gone.
What do you, and then like just looks out.
Yep, you see a perfect square of gone. Like it looks
Not
just
even
like
the building.
No, the building is still there. It's just everything that was like the dumpster in a perfect square around the dumpster and around the van is gone. You can, and it looks strange. It's like, it's not like glassed, but it's like you can see like dirt and rubble and rocks, and it just stops, and it's just like someone cleaned dirt, like freshly laid loam, in a perfect square. You're muted, Brandy.
Well, I took advantage of that and let loose some curse words. So that was nice.
It's fine.
Yeah, no. Alara's just like blinking at that and goes like just like a little whimper and like, Jen.
Sure she wasn't there. If she was, then they would have found her, right?
Yeah. I mean, if you like have tech like that, I feel like they should be able to like just yank her out from whatever dimension.
Right. So I guess she moved. She was running a lot when I found her.
Yeah.
I mean, but what if that just cleans this dimension and not that one where she is? So
sure,
it'll be
it's
fine.
a good thing.
Who's ever heard of an interdimensional vacuum?
Who's ever heard of that? But fair.
Listen, I'm trying to. Do you want to be comforted or not?
Comforting and patronizing, 2 different things. It's a fine line. But she just waves it off. She's like, it's whatever. We'll find her. We'll find her. You will find her.
Yeah. I mean, you did lose her bike, so.
I what?
Nothing. Joking. Just kidding. Lightening the mood. You know, it's. I know where it is. It's fine. It'll be fine. It's fine.
Where?
It's hidden.
It's not outside the bus.
I had to do a getaway, you know.
That's what you got on it for in the first place.
They were right there. I couldn't just drive it here. It makes noise.
Oh my God.
It's safe. It's safe. We can just go out. We can just,
Okay.
They're all gone. We can now go grab it.
Yeah, you do that. Mm-hmm.
Or I can go grab it. Okay, sure.
Mm-hmm.
Fine.
Well, you don't have to worry about getting caught now because they're all gone. I was gonna wonder. Yep. I was wondering what those antennas were for, but apparently that's just like a really precise, like clean machine.
It's really lucky they had those. They could have erased us.
Yeah.
Oh God.
We're not really equipped for whatever we're here for. If they have that.
I mean, I don't think we have much of a choice. I think that deal was done at the football field when everybody lost their faces and we didn't.
Yeah, I don't want to be reminded of that. Okay.
Do you think the aliens chose us?
God, I hope not.
I am not gonna get probed. Okay, that is not on my agenda. That was not on my high school list of things I wanted to do.
Oh, just you be the first one.
Listen, I probably would be the first one. I don't know, like jumping into the middle of Antarctica. All right, but not doesn't mean I want to do it.
Well, it's aliens. They don't ever give you a choice.
Yeah,
I
but you're
mean-
not watching any more Twilight Zone, bud.
I mean, honestly, I don't know if the aliens are really doing any of this on purpose. I kind of think it's probably the guys in suits messing with the aliens and the aliens just doing
where
what
are you
they
guys
do.
getting- Where are you getting aliens from? Just none of us have
Well-
seen any aliens.
I mean, it's obviously not Earth tech.
Yeah, that's what the guys at the football game said.
And he said it was alien tech.
He
Then
said it
again, I
was
guess we
alien.
shouldn't trust anything they say.
You believe them? You seriously believe just a random stranger, whatever he says?
I don't know if I believe him and what he said, but I do believe what I saw, which is a bunch of people lose their faces and me get sucked into an alternate dimension. That's proof enough. I don't think humans can typically do that. I feel like if they could do that, they'd be holding it over other countries' heads. We'd have like a bazillion more wars.
Okay.
Or we could, have a good spaceship and just go explore the universe in
I
peace.
think we should leave the universe alone.
I think we should just leave this van first. Okay.
Yeah, we need to go. Mac, you said I can come over to your place, right? Can I use your shower too, please? I want to get whatever residue there might be off of me, plus, dumpster.
Yeah. You could even borrow some of my clothes. They might be a little not fitting right on you, but that's okay.
I forget, is Mac tall or like
I don't know. I
Oh,
never
well,
actually decided how tall you were.
I didn't
She's-
think about Alara's
let's see,
height
she's-
at all. 'Cause
she's-
she's like a kid, and I don't know how tall kids are.
Yeah, she's
At this age, I feel like you probably
14,
hit
she's-
your.
Well-
you're pretty close. Like you're probably like a 1 or 2 inches off from what your full height's supposed to be at this point. Like I peaked. At,
Oh wait, that's right. Because like
Yeah,
you can
that's-
peak at
that's
like
about it.
16. Oh,
some
Yeah,
people
your boy
people
hit
grow
5'7"
continuously, but like
I
for
peaked
the
in
most
fourth
part.
grade. So.
yeah, I peaked height wise when I was 16. So
Plus,
Never
plus, I
mind.
think like at least 2/3 of what Mac wears are her dad's old clothes. So I'm sure most
It'll
of it
fit,
will
it'll be
fit
fine.
you.
Yeah, it's
It's-
all gonna be baggy.
just gotta
Uh,
make sure nobody at school from school sees me.
Yeah,
That works.
You know what? Because you were asked, Mac is probably about 5'3"
Mhm.
a bit skinny. And all of her clothes, everything you've ever seen her wearing that you remember, is all baggy.
Perfect, because I think Alara is a bit taller than that, so that'll work.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah. So I guess Mac, I'll go home with you. Oh, just you get the bike.
yeah, I mean, I can ride it over.
Yeah. Maybe we should reconvene after a shower at where do you live? Mac,
Oh, you're
Muted.
muted.
you're muted.
I live above the what's it called? The record track.
Oh, that's your place? Cool.
Yeah. I
got
live
some rad
upstairs
tracks
with my
there.
dad. What?
Oh, I just said that y'all have some rad stuff, rad tracks there.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Cool. Okay. So I guess reconvene in a bit at the record track.
Yeah. My dad will be so happy that I have friends coming over.
Jesus Christ.
Oh my
Alara's just
God.
like,
Yeah, cool.
okay.
So, Alara, you hop on your bicycle. Mac, you have your skateboard. Colt, you take your bicycle, and Otis, you take the dirt bike back.
Yeah.
Okay. Fan freaking tastic. The four of you head out to various parts. Alara and Mac heading toward the record track. Colt and Ojas, I'm sure you guys have to make a stop home first. But you guys head off. You part ways. And the camera sort of follows you guys down the street. But it cuts back to the salvage yard, where we see Tommy Vernon sort of stumbling out of the warehouse, very confused and sort of rubbing his eyes. How did I even get here? It's my day off. Who opened my gate? And he walks over and grabs the side of the gate and begins to yank it closed. And as he yanks it, it gets like stuck, and he begins to like rip it closed. And as he gets it free, you see that one lone bicycle is dragging along its track as he pulls it free, moves the bicycle, and we see Ojas's bicycle that he left behind as the gate closes. And that is where we end this episode.
It was a piece of shit.
I thought there was going to be a body.
Oh, God.
I thought there was going to be a body that was like, wait a second, Jennifer.
And then we see Jennifer's body.
Stop.
The movie.
Nope. Jennifer's fine.
Nope, we can't.
She's
Jennifer,
fine. Remember, she has plot armor.
That's
She's
true.
gay.
Yeah. She's the
gay,
one
we
person.
can't
You
kill
guys
her.
used your plot armor. The
But
one
it could
you
have been
got.
like Ojas's dad. Like,
Could have been anybody.
Oh.
Surprise. Cool.
Whoa.
We're going to get the hell out of here. We're going to do our after show, but first we're going to go around, do all of our introductions. Yeah, that was an awesome episode. That was super fun. We will start. Let's go with Aris. Who are you? Where can we find you? What are you up to?
Hello, I'm Eris Avad. Pronouns are she, her. I make things. I make things like dice trays that you can wash. I don't say that enough. You can take the dice trays that I make and put them in your regular laundry and dryer, and they're fine. Just saying. Can you wash your dice tray with your load of laundry? If you have one of mine, you can. You can find those at erisavad.com. Yeah, that's all I'm going to advertise today. You can wash your dice trays, man. Also, wash your dice. Yeah, gee. Just like anything, they're dirty.
That's true. And while supplies last, you can go over to erisavad.com and get yourself an ass hat. That's my favorite part of the Tuesday. Oh man, KP, who are you? Where can we find you on the internet? What are you up to?
Oh boy, what an episode. Hello everybody, my name is KP, also known as KP11 Studios. You can find me on Twitter, on Twitch, on Instagram, outside of me doing my regular gig, which is a photographer. I do portrait and cosplay photography. I also get to play amazing games with people like these amazing people at this table. Currently, this will be my last game until next week, I guess. Wait.
Until this game next week.
Until this game next week. So never mind. Yeah, so nothing else this week. I will be probably a little bit more radio silent because I will be gone for PAX Unplugged for this weekend. But outside of that, if anything else new comes up, I get to play. Actually, my Friday game is now, we hit our finale last week, so we don't have a Friday game. So my Thursday game with most of these amazing people here, I'll be here on unMadeGaming again, not this week, but next week for that. And that is currently it that I can think of. Anything else, you'll probably catch me tweeting about it on Twitter. So go follow me there if you're not already.
Hell freaking yeah. Gnome, who are you? Where can we find you? What are you up to?
yo, what's up, everybody? My name is Gnome. You can find me on Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok at NomeDic. I do TTRPG things in TTRPG spaces. I'm not going to PAX Unplugged, which I'm very sad about because I haven't gone in a couple years now, and it makes me sad because it was my favorite convention. I miss all my friends. Yeah, but like, I do have games. Thursday during the day, you could catch me over on Feyforge Academy with Eris Savad. That's during the day. We're playing a Feywild adventure. It's great. Can't wait to see what happens. On Friday, you can catch me over on Friends Who Roll Dice. We are going to be finishing up our 6-part episode series of Hyperlight Drifter, and then on I was gonna say Tuesday, just kidding. Saturday, you can find me hanging out and chatting with none other than Zerjester, which I'm sure is going to be a grand good time of just absolute bullshittery. So follow me on the Twitters and fuck around and find out.
Hell freaking yes. And last but definitely not least, Brandy, who are you? Where can we find you on the internet? What are you up to?
Well, at this point, every time I hear the phrase fuck around and find out, I will have at some point develop an eye twitch for how much I've been working on that show. But it is finally cat's out of the bag fully. I am a producer and talk show host, and currently my newest show is going to be produced with the Roll app. It's called Fuck Around and Find Out. We are currently casting for the first 5 episodes and gathering cast information for the episodes beyond that. So make sure to support the show so that I get paid to do more than 5 episodes. Apart from that, I also have my own shows, my own little podcast empire, my friends lovingly call it, of Intricate Rituals, Cringe Warning, Eat Crit, and Camgirl Interrupted, that run every single day from Sunday through Friday, actually. You can get an episode from me somewhere on Spotify under one of those shows. So if you just put Brandy Rose into Spotify, you will find all of the podcasts that I produce. And soon also Fuck Around and Find Out, which is a Twitch talk show, will also be available on YouTube and everywhere you get your podcasts in podcast form. So yeah, that's going on right now. I'm also a game designer, which is kind of why I host Fuck Around and Find Out. So if you go to cutestpatoot.itch.io, you'll find all my games. I have 2 new games launching in the next 2 weeks that I'm currently crunching on Hallmark and Forever 41's holiday expansion. So if you want updates on that, on anything else that I do, or you want to catch me on Twitch, check out my Twitter at the Brandy Rose, where I am constantly talking because I can't talk. I can't shut up, actually. I can talk. I can't shut up, which is why I'm a talk show host. So make sure to check out all of those things. I can't wait to get to meet all the new people that are supporting the show.
Perfect. Speaking of support, if you guys like what we do here and you want to support this channel, Patreon is the way to do it. Link for that down below. While you're down there, join us on the Discord. But for now, we're going to get the hell out of here. We're going to do our after show about this episode, and you can get that to $5 tier right over on our Patreon. So for now, we'll see you guys next week for more The 80s That Never Was in Glenbrook Unhallowed. So from all of us to you guys, bye-bye.